Hey there, everybody. Well, got another project. What I'm doing today is probably close to better than 15 years ago. I was kind of into muzzle loading, and I had a few different rifles, but this is one that I have left, and I'm telling you, this thing has not been shot in 15 years. It's been leaning in the corner in my man cave, and I keep walking by it thinking, you ought to do something with that. So thought about selling it many times and just can't part with it. And anyway, so it's going to need a little cleanup and stuff. I dusted it off. I put it in this case to bring it over to the shop. So let me unveil this thing. Okay, well, what I got here is a Lyman 54 caliber Great Plains rifle. You've probably seen them around. And in the area that I used to black powder hunt, you were only able to use primitive weapons. There was no inline modern muzzle loading. So I hunted mostly with a Hawken rifle, a Thompson Center Hawken model, and I bought this one just because I kind of liked it. So I've hunted with it a few times. I don't believe I've taken any game with it that I can remember, but could have. But anyway, this thing's all dusty. I wiped it off. I looked down the bore. I've don't think I've ever shot any Pyrodex out of it, but I've always shot black powder, and so it always worried me. I just wonder how cruddy that bore is. I wonder if I ruined it. Well, thank goodness I cleaned it up before I put it away, because I put a light down it this morning, and to my surprise, the bore looks awesome from top to bottom. It's just dusty, but I'm going to clean this thing up, and I'm going to get back to shooting it. I don't think I'll hunt with it much, but I'd like to shoot it. I'd like my son to shoot it, so let's clean this thing up. Well, I'm a little bit ashamed at how I've stored some of this stuff away, but when I gave up muzzle loading and moved on to something else, things just kind of got thrown in a box, and I dug around and I found my old box. So have a look in there, and a lot of possibles. There's a set of Lyman peep sights, powder container, balls, sabots, bullets, round balls, caps, and I think I've shared a lot of this stuff with some people over the years. Ball starter, capping tool, still got caps in it, nipple wrench and a pick. I'll use that. I'm going to take that, another nipple wrench. Anyway, powder measure. I'm going to go through this stuff and see what we need and get this thing out and shoot it. Well, I went ahead and drug everything out of that box because I wanted to see what I had left. I got multiple different kinds of bullets. Some of these tins are empty, but number 11 caps. Found I got a bullet puller, patch jag, and a sprue. Tools to be used with this. They all screw right into your ramrod, as most of you probably know, so I'll be using some of those tools today. So anyway, I'm going to bring this thing back to life and do some shooting. Well, as you see here, I've gotten this thing taken down and just removed the barrel from the stock, and keeping some of my pieces and parts and some of the little tools I'm going to use right here in this tray. But after inspection, I'm looking it over, and out of everything, there's just one little slight bit of rust right there. And like I said, for this thing being not touched for that many years, I'm amazed. So it's been kept inside, of course, but you know how that goes. I've just totally ignored that thing, and I'm ashamed. So get this thing cleaned up and keep working at it. I tell you what I did is I just used some good old hot soapy water and run a patch through it. I got my cleaning jag on there and just going to run a dry patch down it and back out. And that's somewhat clean, you know. Got a little tiny bit of discoloration on it, but now it's time to start using some cleaning solvent and oil it up, and just like you do a traditional firearm. Well, I've got the bore all cleaned up on this and cleaned up some minor little rust, and anyway, just got this thing cleaned up. I oiled the barrel. I ran a dry patch through it to get the oil out, and I always pop a couple of caps in it just to dry anything out down here. And I was just thinking, I got everything I need to have to shoot this thing except powder. I'm gonna have to buy some powder, guys. So anyway, oh, I didn't get that cap on there all the way. Okay, well, it's ready to rock. I think the next thing is we'll load this thing up, go out and make it go boom. Stick around.